Now, The Living Daylights is like the 15th James Bond movie, but it's the first that would feature Timothy Dalton in the leading role. It was another entertaining entry in the franchise, and 2 years later, in 1989, Dalton would return for a sequel that I think was better than his coming out party in the delightfully eccentric and gusto-filled License to Kill, a sequel that stands on its own as a fun, slightly campy espionage action adventure with a perfect touch of grittiness. I'm not sure if this was the first Bond movie I ever watched, but it was definitely the Bond movie I remember watching countless times as a kid. License to Kill is just filled with killer stunt work, resulting in a ton of visually appealing action sequences. Then you get the suave charm of Dalton as Bond, who I really liked. Then you get Robert Davi just playing up a great villain. To me, License to Kill is a fantastic blend of 80s action and 007. It's a bit silly at times. There's a campy eccentricity to this movie as well, and it actually gets pretty violent. You have a villain who feeds his enemies to sharks. Del Toro gets shredded in a brick grinder, and when the violence hits, it's kind of comically over the top. The dialogue is filled with amusing bravado and memorable lines and comical self-seriousness, and when all is said and done, License to Kill, despite its flaws, is a fantastic sequel with action that still looks awesome and a James Bond that was just riding at peak virility.